Hello, and welcome to Widener News. I'm your host, Kanisha Pinkney.
And I'm your co-host, Drew Phillips.
Want to see a spectacular show? Come support the dancers and performing Widener Dance Company's Dance for a Wish recital in Alumni Auditorium on Friday, April 17th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, April 18th at 1:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 at the door and $2 with a Widener ID. Come out and enjoy watching your fellow student classmates bust a move.
Widener's Wind and Percussion Ensemble performed their spring concert on Thursday, April 9th in Kopelski. Their amazing performance made it evident that the group has been working very hard. The concerts are open to the public and are free. Check out the future performances and prepare yourself to be amazed by these musically talented students. Let's take a look at the spring concert.
Wow, that looks like a great performance.
Do you have a friend, roommate, or classmate involved in Zeta Phi Beta that you'd love to pie? Join them in the atrium on Wednesday, April 15th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for the exciting event Pi a Zeta. The cost ranges from $1 to $3 depending on the desired quantity of pies. If you cannot attend the event but still want to help, feel free to make a donation.
And do you have a craving for pasta? Join the International Student Service for their Make Your Own Pasta event on Monday, April 13th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. The event will take place at the University Center in Room A. It's easy, and you can even do it, too. The cost is free for Widener members with a valid Widener ID. For more information, you can contact Melody Buckholt at the link below.
Well, if you can't attend the pasta event on the 13th, definitely come to Alternative Spring Break Spaghetti Dinner on Thursday, April 16th at 5 p.m. in Latham Hall. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased in advance or at the door. There will be performances by Pride Pack and Widener's a cappella group. Come out and enjoy good food, a fun time with friends.
All of this talk about food is making me hungry. Let's hand it over to Nick Zafiri to talk about the Pride latest sports updates.
Thank you guys. As Matt Nissenfeld is not here, I'm filling you in on this Widener Sports Update. Men's lacrosse a few weeks back destroyed the Alvernia Crusaders 17-3. 11 different players for the Widener Pride tacked on goals, but it was senior captain Mark Levine who led the Pride offensively, as Mark scored a hat trick. Attackman Tim Taylor was also playing well as he notched 2 goals and an assist in the Pride's monumental win. April 2nd, the Widener Pride softball team swept Stevenson in a doubleheader as they won 5-4 and 6-3 on the day. Alexis Schrengud picked up another win for the Pride as she improves to a 7-0 record this season. In the 2 games combined, freshman sensation Katie Sterling went 3 for 6 with 2 runs and an RBI. Also, congrats to Allie Horvath, who hit her first home run in the season that day to help the Pride get a win in the second game. Mark your calendars, folks, on April 18th, as Widener is hosting a college tournament for Cronum on the Memorial Field. What's Cronum, you ask? It's a combination of basketball, soccer, and baseball, and it's very easy to play. Teams from Towson, Westchester, and Shippensburg will also be there as well, so come out and try the new sport. Admission, as well as a chance to play, is free for all Widener students. So come out and check out the Cronum Revolution. Back to you guys.
Sounds like it's been a good week to be a part of the Widener sports teams, but I don't think athletes should be the only ones who receive recognition.
You're right. In fact, on Monday, April 20th at 5 p.m., the Widener Communication Studies Department will be hosting the first ever Comms Awards ceremony right here in Freedom Hall. The ceremony will honor communication studies students for their impressive work. You can nominate yourself, nominate your classmates, or even just come out and support your fellow peers. If you have any questions at all, email the link below.
One student's work that should be especially recognized is Senior Hospitality Management Major Jacqueline Holt. She was elected as the 2015 president for a day. Let's tune into our interview with Danielle Cardona about the process of her campaign and experience.
Hi, my name is Jacqueline Holt. I'm a Senior Hospitality Management Major here at Widener University, and just recently I was named 2015's President for a Day. It's a unique leadership experience in the fact that you get to switch roles with President James Harris. I took on his presidential duties for the day as he took on my class schedule and all my extracurricular activities. I wanted to become President for a Day in order to switch roles with President Harris, as I find that opportunity to be amazing in itself, to get to see what he does on a daily basis. And then secondly, I wanted to use this opportunity in order to bring awareness to the need for the expansion of the arts here at Widener. Currently, I'm the president of Widener Dance Company here on Widener's campus, and as well, I've been involved in the performing arts since I was 3 years old, so it's no doubt that the performing arts holds very near and dear to my heart. As an application process for becoming president for a day, a part of it was to create a proposal, and my proposal was to expand the arts here at Widener. Once I became a finalist, I had to present this proposal to a board of faculty all throughout Widener, and they all got to sit down and listen to what I had to say and my voice. So to tell you a little bit about what I proposed for President for a Day, I first spoke about how the performing arts, in a sense, brings advantages to the students who participate in them. And by that, students who are engaged with the performing arts perform at a higher academic level, and research and literature shows that they're more engaged in the classroom, that they have higher attendance rates, and they perform better at tests. So again, you're showing all these advantages that the performing arts brings in an academic atmosphere. So we have music, we have theater, we have vocal, we have dance, we have all these different aspects, and they're growing. So for example, Widener Dance Company, when I started here, had about 70 active members, and now we are up to almost 150. And that in the span of 4 years is just incredible in itself. As we're developing in the performing arts, it's only necessary that we get the space. So as a solution that would give us adequate space and room in order to do the things that we have the potential to do, I proposed for this space to go next to the University Center. I think it's very important that we get our community involved with a performing arts center. So not only would our student body have access to this, but I find it essential that the community, whether it be schools or organizations, I find it essential for them to be able to use the space as well. I think that Widener would benefit greatly from this long term. Some of those benefits I really think would be, number one, student retention. Widener could use it as a recruitment tool. A lot of high schools that we're seeing now are really based on the Performing Arts Center. So I think having some emphasis on the performing arts would really encourage students to apply to Widener and then hopefully attend. So to tell you a little bit about what I did as president of Widener University, I was able to meet with the Senior Vice President of Advancement as well as the Director of Development on Widener's campus. And actually, I also got to meet with the President and CEO of the Avenue of the Arts in Philadelphia. So I took that time to, again, put out my proposal. Secondly, I got to then go to admissions and admit 2 students into Widener, which is really a great experience. I also then got a tour of the new residence hall and walk through the entire building and see how it was set up, their ideas, their thoughts. I went to an executive team meeting with the provost and 3 of the senior vice presidents. They got to really see what I believe to be strengths and weaknesses of the university from a student's perspective. In addition, I got to meet with the mayor and the commissioner. They were also invited to lunch. We took it step by step, what our first initiative should be, and that the long-term result would eventually be a performing arts center. And then I finally ended my day with an ice cream social. And then on Wednesday nights, I actually am the choreographer of Widener's dance team at 7 to 9 p.m. We were fortunate enough to have President Harris join us for the entire duration of dance team rehearsal. He warmed up with us, he stretched with us, and seeing him so engaged and wanting to know more about what we do as a dance company and then essentially as a whole as a performing arts movement really gave me hope for the future that this is something that will potentially really happen. And I hope that when I come back in a couple years that I will be seeing a performing arts center standing next to the university center.
It looks like she had an amazing experience and is really putting her thoughts into action.
I agree. Jacqueline did an amazing job as president for the day, but no one can truly replace President Harris.
Although we will have to say goodbye to him this year, Widener University is trying to make the best of it. Students and faculty will be saying farewell to President James T. Harris on May 1st from 11:30 to 1 p.m. in the University Center atrium. Students are welcome to share memories and write special farewell notes to President Harris at the event. You can look forward to musical performances from the pep band and the student a cappella group Keeping It Trill, as well as some fun with both our Widener mascots. We wish you the best, President James Harris. Thank you for your effort here at Widener University.
Yes, and if you're witty and enjoy thrilling competition, try dueling against other student contestants in Residence Hall Family Feud. Join the Residence Hall Association in the web room on Wednesday, April 15th from 7 p.m. to 9 and compete in the famous game show also known as Family Feud. The event is free and open to Widener undergraduate students only.
Do you know the perfect way to start the spring season? In my opinion, it would be joining Alpha Kappa Alpha for their Rita's giveaway. That's right, join them on Friday, April 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the atrium. The event is completely free, and all Widener University members are welcome with a valid Widener ID.
If you or an organization on campus are hosting an event and are looking for a shout out on Widener TV, feel free to send us an email with the information. Well, that's all we have for today, and don't forget to tune in next week. Again, I'm your host, Kanisha Pinkney.
And I'm your co-host, Drew Phillips.
Have a great day.